Hello, my name is Kurt, and today I'll be talking about another MGTOW topic. Topic in this video will be, my red pill rage never goes away. Now if you look into the MGTOW scene, there's a lot of men that go MGTOW, and they take the red pills and they see the truth. Their eyes are opened, and they say, I can't believe I was used and abused in such a way, and I continue to let myself be used and abused. And I can't believe all these beta males are around. And it's just all these things, all these truths hit you all at once, right? And they cause a massive rage inside. And you go from being sort of this docile pacifist to this hatred-fueled warmonger, you know? It's like, fuck women, they're all bitches, they're all useless whores, this and that, and fuck the cucks, and fuck the beta males, and fuck this, and fuck that, and there's this constant rage spewing out, because now you see the truth, and you cannot be put to sleep again, and you realize that you were in those situations where you were the cuck, where you were the beta male, where you were used and abused, and mistreated for a long time. Now, MGTOWs will tell you that eventually the red pill rage kind of subsides. You know, you heal. You realize, okay, now I'm going to become an alpha male, and I'm going to move on with life, and I'm going to climb in life. There's no need for unnecessary hatred, you know. There's no need to call women any names. Just ignore them. Fuck them, you know. Just move on. Just keep on living your life. I understand that. But even as a beta male, you know, I had this hatred stirring within me. And it wasn't necessarily hatred towards myself or about myself, but in another way it was. Because it's like, I was telling myself, I have to stop being a beta male bitch. I have to grow up. I have to strengthen myself. I can't keep continuing on like this forever because I've been mistreated so many times. I've been used and abused by friends, by relatives, by freaking girlfriends, by everybody because I was the quintessential nice guy. Okay? And there was this hatred, and there was this hatred. And, you know, I said instead of inflicting that hatred on myself and, you know, doing this little beta bullshit where you know, girls mainly do this, where they slit their fucking, they take a razor and they cut themselves and all this shit. That's fucking retarded. Why would you do that? But anyway, instead of doing all that bullshit, you know, instead of feeling sorry for myself, I decided, I looked into the occult, I looked into various history things, I looked everywhere, and I decided that I have to become an alpha male. And when I become an alpha male, it will strengthen me, it will strengthen my life, and it will give me the ability to strengthen others that may have been like me in the past, or are like me in the present moment, you know, like in their beta male phases or whatever, and to show people that you can go from a super beta male to an alpha male. Now, you know, like I said, people say that the rage subsides. To me, it doesn't subside. It went from, I don't give a fuck about women, like, I really don't give a shit, you know, like, I'm not gonna go around calling them whores and not holding doors for them and whatever. I'm above that, you know, I'm a polite person, and I really, like I said, I ignore women as much as humanly possible. If they get in my way, I'll say, hey, good afternoon, whatever. Anything beyond that, I say, I gotta go, and that's it. I don't want to stir up any chaos, I don't want any problems, you know. But there's a different rage within me. There's a rage that occurred after being abused, like I said, by family members, by friends, by girlfriends for being the quintessential beta male and the nice guy. All those years, and it's stirred up, and now it's kind of flowing out. And the thing is, it's just this hatred that fuels my rise in power. It's like the weirdest thing. Like if you look into Star Wars, you have the light side of the Force and you have this peace and all this hippie nonsense, and then you have the Sith, the dark side of the Force, and they say that hatred fuels them in their pursuit of power, and hatred gives them power. And I realize that in real life it's very similar. You know, hatred from the moment I get up, there's hatred fueling me to accomplish all the things I want to accomplish. I hate this world so fucking much that I want to succeed in it, you know? I realize that, you know, any any path to success, you have to have some sort of fuel. You have to have some sort of driving force. It doesn't matter whether you're pursuing a path of peace and you want world peace and peace is what fuels you or this and that. To me, it's hatred. You know, it's something that's been brewing. It's something that the red pill rage and all this stuff it provides me. You know, and it never goes away. You know, um, and to be honest, like I said, I don't see it as a weakness. I see it as a strength because it fuels me. From the moment I get up to the moment I go to sleep, my day is fueled by hatred. You know, I have such a hate and disdain for this world. Not necessarily this world, but this country, USA, just in general, of all this shit going on right now. And, you know, the cucks, and then you have the, you know, people saying, oh, I'm going to move to Canada, to the cuck nation. Okay, move to Canada. Just leave this fucking place, because this place is becoming a melting pot and a cesspool of beta males and all this other shit that just really infuriates me. And it says, Kurt, why are you mad? You were a beta male before as well. Yes, true, but I always had this sort of awareness, you know. A lot of these people lack awareness. They fight for causes that they don't even understand. Like when I was a beta male, I never, like, I was in college and everything, I never joined no fucking SJW, social justice club. I never joined feminism. I never partook in any rallies. You know, I never listened to my college professors. I never listened to the bullshit they spewed. I had two professors in particular. One was a male, one was a female. Just typical liberal fucking nonsense. One was the male was like, yes, women should be respected, and this campus should be a campus of diversity and joy, and people should co-inhabit and coexist together, and this and that, and it's like all this liberal fucking nonsense. And then he had the audacity to throw in as well. It's like, this should be a smoke-free campus. You know, people shouldn't smoke because I don't smoke, and then when I walk outside and there's students and other people smoking, I have to inhale their poisonous gases and all this stuff and whatever. And he was fighting to abolish that completely, because there were specific designated smoking spots on campus where you go and you smoke there. This guy tried to abolish it and destroy it completely because it didn't agree with his lifestyle and it didn't agree with his ideology. You know, what kind of equality, what kind of, you know, liberalism is that if, you know, you won't let people do their own fucking thing? If it bothers you so much, just walk the other way or hold your breath while you're walking by and you know, continue on with your life. Why make such a fucking big deal out of it? And then the female professor, she taught me, I think, what was it, literature or English or some sort of class like that. And it was just the quintessential, just feminist SJW. You know, oh, you know, the women are being mistreated. And she made us read, like, stupid-ass things of, like, where male figures were being abused and female figures were being strengthened. And she had this big grin on her face. And obviously, I needed to pass the course, so I had to deal with all that bullshit, right? I had to deal with all that bullshit, but I fucking hated every second of it, whereas everybody else, oh yeah, this is great, oh my god, I'm gonna read more books like this. And it's like you're surrounded by these fucking dunces all the time. Even as a beta male, I saw it. And it just, you know, I'm like, I don't want to be any fucking part of this, you know? And that's why, you know, there's certain beta males I respect. You know, obviously, you know, they're doing their own thing, whatever. They're not letting, you know, they're not walking around spewing all this fucking SJW nonsense. But there's, you know, there's a majority of beta males white knighting and standing up for women and all this stuff. And it's happening in our country that was so strong. You know, you had masculine men, you had GI fucking Joes, you had people coming back from fucking Vietnam, and you had just a strong country in general. You know, you had a strong country in general where the economy was decent, where there was it was sort of peaceful. You know, there were jobs. You know, there were blooming and new opportunities in this country. That's why so many immigrants came over back in the days. But now immigrants come here and they realize, oh shit, this is a fucking cesspool. There's nothing here. There's no job even for the American people. So what the fuck am I doing here? You know. Anyway. That's beyond the point. You see what I'm saying? But this is where the rage still festers, and it grows, and it fuels me. And I don't see it as a bad thing, like I said. I'm not here saying, like, oh, you know, I want to be pacified and I want it to be quenched, you know, and I want to be peaceful. No, I need to keep fighting and I need to keep striving for fellow men and fellow people that have been, you know, dropped down and are used and abused, you know. And females are doing the same thing with their feminism, but they don't have male rage. You know, male rage is different from female rage. Female rage, ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Male rage is the type of rage that fucking, you know, could consume the world. You know, when a man gets fucking angry, like let's take Hitler for example. He got so fucking angry at the world he was living in the society he was living in. He went from one man, one supposed weak man, to having a whole fucking army and a whole fucking nation on his side, conquering things, all this stuff. This is the power of a man. A female would never be able to accomplish that in a fucking million years. There would be people that would listen to her. There would be people that could, you know, sympathize with her. But when it comes to battle, they would all be fucking wiped out in a matter of seconds. So anyway, guys, you know, the red pill rage, it's not about, it's a great spectrum of things. It's not just, you know, the whole, you know, women treating men like shit and wanting their money and divorces and child support and all this stuff. It's not just that. That adds a little bit of fuel to the fire. The majority of it is what is going on, and people are not fucking waking up. Luckily, there are a lot of people that are waking up. They get into the MGTOW movement, they understand, they realize these things, and they go their own way, okay? But the rest of these people, it just saddens me and it sickens me to live in such an environment, such a toxic environment. Like I said, I'm planning on just going somewhere, at least for a vacation, for at least a couple of weeks to just recuperate and cleanse my mind. Because like I said, this rage is just overwhelming. Like I said, it's not a bad thing, but in my opinion, it's a good thing. This rage will cause me to for example, go to another country and see what it's like over there, what's going on over there. Are the same things happening there? Is it better there? Or what should I do? You know, this and that. You know, I may go to another country and realize it's the same exact shit that's going on here, and then realize, fuck, you know, this is going on all over the place. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Or I could go there, I could go to some rural place and just embrace some peace and go away from this whole, like, SJW, feminists, all this political nonsense that's going on in the USA, and just be alone in peace and harmony for a while. And then, you know, figure out something, you know? So that's the way I see of healing red pill rage temporarily, you know? To quench it for a little bit, to relax for a little bit. But in this time and in this movement and the way I am, it's like there's no rest, you know? I have to keep going. I have to keep rising, you know? It's like in my life, it's always been a feeling of unsatisfaction, you know? It's like I got a Rolex, yes, I love it, I appreciate it, it's a great thing, but I want another one, and I want a fucking better one, and it's constant, you know. If I had a mansion, I would want a bigger one, and a better one, and it's always a strive for better things, because of this rage within myself. There is peace that occurs, but it's a good trait and a good quality to have. A lot of leaders have this quality. They are not satisfied with, you know, it's like, I'm not the type of person that could play guitar, write an album, and then just release it and be like, oh yeah, it's pretty good, and then people say, oh yeah, it's pretty good, you know, I like it, and then people praise you, and oh, it's the best thing I ever heard. To me, that doesn't exist. I have to make the next album fucking 10 times better than the previous album to blow people's brains even fucking more, you know what I mean? And it's not just for the people, it's for myself, you know? It's something that I feel that is part of me, you know? It's like I need to strive, I need to make different chord patterns, I need to do something unique, I need to do something special for myself, so that when I listen to it myself, I'm proud of what I did, and I get hints and ideas from that, but I gotta keep on moving on, you know what I'm saying? Anyway guys, peace out.